Hi there YouTube, thanks for watching. Welcome to Jonesy's. I'm Joel, and this video is going to be another update, part 2 of our 1979 Ford compound turbo Cummins swap. So stick around to see all those details next. Well, hopefully you guys watched part 1 of this series where we talked about engine mounts. And also some of the other kind of installation details. Well, as you can see, things have moved along substantially since our last video. We ended up changing a whole bunch of things. So first, where do I start? First is I went back to the drawing board and built some new custom engine mounts using the Gen 1 isolators. You can see those right there. Kind of duplicated how Ford does it, bolts onto the frame. The problem with the Gen 2 mounts is the positioning of them caused all kinds of problems with our shock mount and the bolts going through our shock mount. So we went back to the drawing board and I fabbed up some really nice engine mounts that are gonna work great. We'll be offering those on the website. So if you guys are doing a swap and a wide Ford frame, then these mounts might do the ticket for you as well. So anyway, check out the website for that. Once they're up and running, they'll be available for you guys. As you can see, also we got the drain hooked up for the compound turbos. And most of you probably noticed that the engine is beige. So we pulled the engine out and obviously cleaned up and painted the firewall a nice Ford red. Customer has a Mustang that is the same color, so he sent us the code, we mixed it up, and we sprayed the firewall, and it just looks amazing. The problem is that with that red engine, the firewall looked really good, and that rattle can red on the engine did not. So the customer and I decided that we were gonna pull it out and paint it Cummins beige. So after we got it painted, we continued on with our installation. Here you can see we've got new brake lines. Front ones installed here. Those came from inline tube. So we're gonna get that taken care of. Waiting on some components with the transfer case. Have some adapter problems that I'll go through those details probably in the next video. Also, we have some issues with the brake booster. Go back here and I'll show you. It is just 100% rotted out, totally cannot be used, not salvageable. So got another brake booster headed our way. So we'll get that installed. Here's the new remanufactured booster. We got it installed with some of the brackets and a new master cylinder and all the lines plumbed in. Of course, nothing is easy, and we've run into brake pedal compatibility issues. Maybe you guys will be able to see it, maybe you won't. But the gist of the problem is that you can see the arm from the booster is coming in and it won't line up with the hole on the pedal assembly. So we've got most likely some 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive pedal compatibility problems that are on the Ford. And as it turns out, this cab, as you can see, has got a non-removable tunnel in it. And so this cab was a 2-wheel drive truck cab. So I'm assuming that this is a 2-wheel drive pedal hanger and we have 4-wheel drive booster components. So we're gonna try and source some of that stuff, get that kind of dialed in. And then here I'm gonna show you guys our quick, easy throttle pedal modification. So there you can see the factory Ford pedal assembly, and it would normally just go through the firewall and come up outside, and I talked about that in the first video, but we ended up just modifying the pedal. You can see we welded it onto that pivot so that it will actually pull a cable on the outside. So all of the linkage is on the inside, and we have it connected up with just your basic black hot rod style low car or aftermarket cable. And then over here on the OEM Dodge P-pump throttle bracket, we just welded a couple of washers on there so that we have the right size hole for our cable assembly to go in. So there you can see it's tied in right directly with the OEM throttle position sensor and the OEM bracket. So got that kind of taken care of. And then last couple items, we've started to plumb in the fuel line for the dual feed. So our P-pump's got the dual feed. We're using the Parker push lock hose into a T that'll go back to the FASS pump system. And then the last thing that we'll go over is our power steering. Let's see if I can get some light on this. Is our power steering lines. So we've got our one return line ready to go. So it's just gonna be a basic 90-degree return fitting in there. And it'll go back to the return line on the back of our OEM Dodge pump. And then obviously we have two returns on the reservoir, so one of those will have to get plugged. And then up here for our pressure line, we'll just duplicate, same thing. We'll get fittings to come out into a 90, and then we'll adapt it over and crimp it to our high pressure Dodge power steering line for that. So that should be relatively clean and straightforward to have our power steering lines adapted over. And we're kind of chipping away at the punch list on this stuff. So that just about wraps it up for this video update. Upcoming, we've got, like I said, transfer case installation details that have got some problem that we'll have to resolve, but we'll just keep chipping away at it. So if you guys like these videos and you want to see more, please definitely hit the like button and subscribe so that you get updates for the channel. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.